All right, there we go. We are live. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chris, and this is We Love Comics. And I got one heck of a variant cover I was just introduced to last night by Dan at Southside Comics. So, as always, shout out to Dan. Don't forget, guys, this has discount codes that you can use if you're a subscriber, or you at least watch my videos. You don't even have to be a subscriber or even a liker of my videos. Those that even don't watch my videos, that only saw this one, if you go to the description all the way down to the bottom, there are discount codes. So if you've never used Southside Comics before, you could use the code WeLoveComics10 and you can get 10% off of your first order. No minimum, but if you get $50 or more, you get free shipping, so it's definitely worth it. If you've already used that first time code, if you use the code just WeLoveComics, you'll get 5% off of your order, and you can use that indefinitely. So definitely take advantage of those. Any amount of money you could save, especially these days, is always something that is going to help. So that was nice of him to do that. So it's not a one-time thing or a two-time thing. It's forever thing. So it's a really nice job for him. Now, this comic goes on sale at 12 noon today, and that's Eastern time. Make sure, especially if you're somebody that doesn't watch complete videos, if you go to the site before the time that it states that will be on sale, you may see it there, but it will say out of stock. It's only because they will not put the amount in there until the time that you can actually purchase it. So I've had lots of people that will contact me before the time that the book goes on sale for other previous videos and say, oh, it's already sold out. So keep that in mind. They will not put the quantity up for sale until 12 o'clock in the afternoon today, Eastern time. So if you go there now, it's going to say out of stock. So just keep that in mind. So 12 Eastern time. Don't forget, guys, sign up for the cashback program. If you spend $40 or more within the first 90 days after you click the link that I provide in the live chat, in the description, and in the comments section pinned to the top of each and every video, you get a $40 cashback bonus. So definitely take advantage of that. Make sure you check restrictions, and it only qualifies for their affiliates of the cashback program. So just, you got to sign in with those. It's free to do. It's definitely worth it. And I've seen lots of people sign up, but they have not spent the $40. So you will not get that cash back unless you do that. So if you signed up, you might as well use it. Get yourself a free comic or something, because Christmas is coming. Maybe you buy a Christmas present for somebody. If you spend $40 on somebody, like a coworker or something, Secret Santa kind of thing, you're basically getting it for free. So, with that out of the way, let me show the comic, and I want to thank the 7 people that have hit the like button already. I always appreciate this. Now remember, art is subjective, so each person's going to, have their own taste. So if you don't like it, that's great, but maybe you know somebody that does, so you can always refer them to it. Now, don't forget, also, I'm going to pick a surprise subscriber shout-out. If you are in the comment section, you will be able to do the shout out and qualify. If you do, that means you could put your YouTube channel link if you have a YouTube channel. If you don't, you could put a Facebook account, Instagram. If you have an eBay auction site where you sell comics or whatever, you could post that instead. It's only one of each, and I will pick 2 people. And don't forget, if you're one of my moderators in the live chat, you can do that every time you're in the live chat. So with that out of the way, let me show the comic, because that's why you're here. First one up. This is, again, a Comics Elite variant. This is Black Cat #1. It's done by Ryan Brown. Absolutely stunning cover. I know there's going to be plenty of people that are going to like this cover. Beautiful artwork. I always love when they look very realistic. Now, again, this goes on sale today at noon Eastern time. It will not show available until after that point, so don't go now, because you're not going to be able to get one. What they're doing is they're relaunching Black Cat to tie into the King in Black storyline. So what a surprise. That's one thing I will say about Marvel, and DC too does it. They just reboot everything every chance they can get to get a #1 issue. So I can understand if there are people that are not going to like this because of that. I can understand that that's frustrating. So like I always say, I'm going to be straight up with you guys. I'm not always thrilled about the fact that they're constantly rebooting things, but obviously it sells, so people do like it. So just because somebody has an opinion that's different from yours doesn't mean yours is invalidated. So always keep that in mind. Don't go by the herd mentality, go by your mentality. So cover A is limited to a 3,000 print run. and it is $14.99. Now, of course, if you use the discount codes, if you go in the description all the way down to the bottom, you could save 10% if it's the first time, or 5% if you use Southside Comics. And check out other things in the description, because it will also have other discounts that I don't even talk about, so take advantage of those. And then, of course, if you've been here before, you know what you're about to see on the right-hand corner. That is the one I'm sure will be the ones that sell out quick, which, by the way, the video I did the other day about that blacklight variant, the Virgin variant sold out within 5 minutes. So I don't know if this one will sell out that quickly, but they do sell quickly. So it pays to be subscribed to my channel so you get notifications, if YouTube is nice enough to do it, and watching videos early, especially when I put them out. So those went quick. And even Cover A, it took less than 24 hours to sell out. Now, of course, Cover A's always have more copies available, but both of those are sold out. So this might be the same thing with this artwork. So Cover B has a 1,000 print run. A lot of times it's 1,500. So this one's a little bit rarer, and it's got a $24.99 price tag. But this one does include a bundle pack. So if you do get both, it will be $34.99. So if you use the discount code, you'll save a little bit of money. If you spend up to $50, like for example, if you buy the bundle, you're only about $15 away from getting free shipping. So add something else, because it makes it worth it. And these are definitely going to be books worth having. And again, that's just my opinion. Doesn't mean you are going to feel the same way about these. When he first showed me this, I was scrolling down, and when I saw Black Cat, I was like, all right, I'm not sure if I might pass on this one. But then I saw the artwork, and I was like, I know people are going to like this. Obviously, it's not going to be for everybody, but if one person gets it, then hey, I'm glad I showed it. So this, again, goes on sale at 12 noon Eastern Time. There is a bundle pack, so get those if you can. Check out any other books that they sell, because they also give discounts a lot of times on the new Comic Book Wednesday books. And again, my description is, well, in the description, if you go all the way down to the bottom, you'll see the discount codes and the website address to go to their site. Now, obviously, you don't have to use them, but you're going to get it cheaper than, for example, eBay, because with the discount codes especially, you're going to save money. And a lot of times on eBay, they're going to charge sometimes up to double what the prices are, especially if they think they're going to be hot. All right, so let's pick 2 of today's surprise subscriber shoutouts. Not a lot of people in the live chat, but that's okay. We are going to go with Philip A. Mainza and Phil Eilings, or Eilings. Forgive me if I mispronounce that. So we have actually 2 Phils today. One Philip and one Phil. You are both today's dual surprise subscriber shout out. I'm going to do that from now on. I'm going to pick 2 of you. So if either one of you have a YouTube channel, you could post the link in the comments section. Hopefully people will subscribe. Of course, it will not show up right away. I do have to verify it, because there's a lot of porn sites for some reason that try and post their links. You never see them, because I know how to keep those people out of my comment section. But once they're approved, and if you see a link, that means it is something I checked and verified. So go check them out, hit subscribe, at least watch a video and give them a like. I'm sure they'd appreciate it. But if either one of you do not have a YouTube channel, if you have an Instagram page you want to promote, if you have an eBay auction site you want to promote, you are more than welcome to pick one of those instead. And also, one of my moderators, Chris Naples, is here. So any moderators in the live chat, they can do the same exact thing every time they moderate in that video. So that's it. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. 19 people hit the like button. Thank you so much for taking the time to do that. I really appreciate that. Let me know what you thought about this in the comments section. I know a lot of people are not always crazy about these kind of variants, but somebody made a comparison, and I want to talk about this really quick before I end the video. You know, I grew up in the 80s and 90s when it came to the comic books, and I understand how they were getting very gimmicky with the variants and everything back in the 90s. But here's the huge difference. Now, I'm not saying every variant is going to be great, and yes, I agree, they are oversaturating the market with different variants at times. But here's the big difference. Back then, they would print these books by the millions. These, at least, are very limited. Like, for example, Cover B has only 1,000 copies. So, that is the one difference. So yes, I know that it's gimmicky, and I know all the comic book companies, including the independents, do it as well. So it's not just Marvel and DC. I mean, Image does it plenty of times as well. Dark Horse has done it. A lot of different companies have done it where they do variant covers. And I know they oversaturate the market, and a lot of times they do it so they can charge you more money. But hey, they are only providing what people are buying. So if people didn't buy them, they wouldn't make them. So I understand that there are some people that have a problem with it, and you have every right to. But the biggest difference between the 90s and what they did and today is, like I said, in the 90s, they were printing millions and millions of copies. I believe Spawn #1, which of course is an independent comic, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, had a print run between 5 and 8 million copies. Same thing with X-Men #1, and they had 5 different variants. And that was a big deal back then, because I think that book was $3.95, which back in the 90s was pretty expensive. So, you know, each person has their own preference and their right to their opinion, but also keep in mind, like I said, there is a difference with the print runs. And the good thing is, if you want the basic cover, if you like Black Cat and you want to read the new storyline with the King in Black storyline that they're doing, you know, you can always buy the generic cover A from Marvel, and you'll spend either $3.99 or $4.99, maybe $5.99. It depends on what mood they're in. And you don't have to buy these variants. So these variants are for people who like different covers, who like rarer copies, and basically want to spend the money and don't have a problem with it. So if you don't like it, that's perfectly fine. I'm not here to tell you how to think. I'm just here to show you some options, and you make up the decision of what you want to do, and never worry about what anybody else does. Otherwise, you'll spend your whole life pleasing everybody but yourself. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Thank you again to the 19 people that hit the thumbs up. Hopefully this is a book you want to get. Again, shout out to Dan at Southside Comics. He is kind enough. I do not get paid to do this, so I am under no obligation to show any book. But full disclosure, I get one each for free for promoting this, and hopefully give him a lot of sales. So you guys get the discount code, so that's a win for you. I get a free comic, that's a win for me. And Dan at Southside gets a bunch of free advertisement and hopefully some sales to help a local business stay afloat. So it's a win-win-win for everybody. And that's why I call this channel We Love Comics. So you all have a great day. I'll see you next video. Be good to one another. Collect what you love. And be safe. Hasta la vista.